Here's something very important most buyers don't think about. 5 or 10 years down the road, buyers don't remember which Lentor project is harmonized or not. What they will do is actually go down to Property Guru and filter by the size or price. Let's say a buyer is looking for a 2-bedroom, and when they set the filter at 600 square feet and above, they can actually see Lentor Hill Residences and Lentor Mansion. On paper, you can see Lentor Hill Residences size of 678 square feet looks bigger. Because this is actually a pre-harmonized project, so if we were to deduct the aircon latch, you can see that the livable space is almost similar to Lentor Mansion. And since these projects are actually right next to each other, the prices are almost the same. But Lentor Mansion is newer and harmonized. So can I say most buyers will naturally lean towards Lentor Mansion because they can feel that they're actually paying fully for the livable space. So for this case, harmonization becomes a resale advantage. How about a 3-bedroom buyer? They typically will search for 1,000 square feet and above. And over here, it will bring up Lentor Mansion and Hillock Green, both at 1,023 square feet. On paper, they look the same size, but as we know, Hillock Green is actually a non-harmonized project, and if you actually deduct the aircon latch, you can see that it actually has a smaller internal area of about 89.5 square meter. So we need to go deeper and study both the layout and know the difference. For OCR locations like Lentor, most 3-bedroom buyers are for own family stay, and they often cook a lot, so the kitchen is very important. You can see for Hillock Green, over here we actually has a bigger kitchen and glass panels and windows at the yard area. This means that the kitchen will be brighter and better ventilated. On top of that is actually a closed kitchen versus the kitchen at Lentor Mansion, which is a little bit semi-open, and there's actually only a window at the yard area. So most likely the kitchen at Lentor Mansion might be dimmer and you always have to on the lights. Even though Hillock Green internal livable space after deducting the aircon latch is 89.5 square meter, which is smaller than Lentor Mansion, the more important question is whether this comes with a meaningful cost savings. Let's take a look at the pricing. The 3-bedroom harmonized units at Lentor Mansion starts around 2.29 million, while Hillock Green starts from about 2.08 million. That's close to 250,000 difference, which is quite significant for upgraders. Because in Lentor area, the majority of buyers looking at the 3-bedroom units and above are upgraders. They prioritize functional layouts and affordability. Thus, in this case, a non-harmonized project actually makes more sense because it gives better layout, lower entry price, and a stronger demand for this buyer profile. Now let's take a look at the 4-bedroom buyers. Once you search a 4-bedroom in Lentor area, you can see Lentor Mansion and Lentor Hill Residences will pop up. So on the left, we have Lentor Mansion's 4-bedroom, and on the right, we have Lentor Hill Residences 4-bedroom. At the first glance, Lentor Mansions appears significantly smaller at 1,227 square feet compared to 1,345 square feet at Lentor Hill Residences. However, since Lentor Hill Residences is non-harmonized, we have to remove the aircon latches, and after removing it, the actual difference in livable space is actually only about 43 square feet. So this is where we need to go deeper and analyze the layout quality and the layout difference. You can see that Lentor Hill Residences has actually a wider living area of 0.5 meter, giving you a more spacious and open feel. And it has a larger kitchen with a separate yard, ideal for regular home cooking, especially for a big family. 2 storeroom offering flexibility. One can double up as a helper's room and the other for storage. And both the common bedrooms are actually of a bigger size of 10 square meter, improving day-to-day comfort. There's 2 common bathrooms, and it includes a Jack and Jill that actually functions like a junior ensuite. Definitely a bonus for families living with elderly parents. So with all these differences, Lentor Hill Residences definitely stand out more because for 4-bedroom buyers over there, they are mainly for families purchasing for own stay. And they definitely emphasize more on the functionality and the real livable space. The layout for Lentor Hill Residences looks much more attractive, but we also need to take a look at the pricing. So you can see over here, the 4-bedroom units in this area are transacting at a similar price quantum of about 2.7 million. The effective pricing worked out to roughly about 2002 for Lentor Mansion compared to 2007 PSF for Lentor Hill Residences. This means that with the same budget, buyers are essentially able to choose a better designed, more functional layout at a lower PSF. So in this case, a pre-harmonized layout is definitely a more attractive option. Not because it's bigger on paper, but because it delivers better livability, stronger family appeal, and better value. So the real takeaway is that harmonized versus non-harmonized is never the answer on its own. We need to go deeper and analyze the buyer's behavior specific to the area, how functional the layout really is, the entry price and affordability, and how the unit will compete in the future resale market. That's how we identify which projects don't just look good today, but actually protect and grow your value when it's time to sell. If you'd like to understand how to position your purchase today so that it stands out among surrounding projects in the future, feel free to DM or give me a call. Once again, I'm Christine, and see you soon.